Today I'll be using some paper. It's not exactly a paper pad, but it is a package of double-sided paper. This is a one-sheet wonder. What I ended up with as a scrap was a 1-inch by 1-inch piece. So we're going to take one piece of this beautiful paper and we're going to make this. The most adorable little trifold journal with flips and tucks. Oh my goodness, you guys. So let me show you how this looks. Open it up. We have a permanent closure here. We've done some beautiful decorating on the cover. We have some beads for dangles. We have a tuck spot right in the front. We have journaling pages. We have a bag. We have a pocket. We have another fold out. We have another tuck spot, and the bag has some things inside. We have another tuck spot here. We have more journaling pages, and we have a belly band, but that's not all because it flips up and we have another pocket. Come and join me as I show you step by step on how you can make one of these for yourself. Won't you join me? Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. I wanted to share with you some new paper that I received. I purchased it from Amazon. Pastel pinks, 12 by 12 inch paper, double-sided. They're 24 patterns, 24 sheets, 160 gram cardstock, and I really like it. I find that sometimes when I use a paper pad, I'm not real happy with all of the selections that they give me. But this little pack, I love every single one of them. So the first thing I want to do is I would like to fold this in half. Now this won't fit into my printer because my printer is not large enough. But let's fold it in half and give it a little trim. I'm not sure that I cut that real straight, but just a little bit will do. The next thing is that I want to take one of these sheets and I'm going to fold it over 4 inches, giving it a crease. I think my mat must be crooked. Sorry about that. There, that looks better. And then we'll take the other side and we'll just fold it over. So it's going to be a gap of probably about 1/4 of an inch. Give that a crease. So you can decide if you want this to be your front cover or maybe you want this to be your front cover. For this piece that I have, I'd like to mark 2 inches, so right here, and then another one, 2 inches. So I need two 2-inch strips. This will fit into my small guillotine. For my next piece, I want it to fit in between here. So it's going to be 2 inches wide by 4 inches. So marking another strip that's 2 inches. And then I want it to fit right inside between the 2 folds. That will fit wonderfully right there. The other 2 pieces are going to go like this. So we will be having 2 side tucks and 1 center pocket. I'm not sure if I want my milled lavender or if I want my spun sugar. I think maybe the spun sugar. I have a little different type of brush. Oh, I think it will be fine. So I'm going to take a few moments. I'm going to ink around the edge of my piece and around the 3 pieces that we have cut for tuck spots. I would like to glue my little tuck spots in place, but first I'd like to take a little notch. So the middle of this tuck spot is about right here, and the middle of this one is approximately right here. In the middle of this one, let's put a little mark right there. With my 1.5 inch circle punch, I'm going to just punch out a little notch. Because I made a fresh cut, I'm going to go ahead and ink up that notch. I don't think I even inked up around this one. Using my art glitter glue, apply a small amount of glue on the 3 sides and pop it into place. I think that looks really sweet. We have one more piece left from our 12 by 12 piece of paper we've been using, and I'd like to cut this one to fit inside the center area. And let's mark that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to fold one of the ends over about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to need to ink this up. I'll stick with the spun sugar, this little piece that we just made. I'd like to glue it right here in place. So it's going to be a flip up to be able to get to the pocket. I just thought that was kind of fun. I'm going to turn it around this way, adding a little bit of glue to that 1/4 inch that we folded over and gluing it into place. Making sure that this will still fold. That's extremely important, that you still need to be able to fold this closed. I have some fun things that we could pop into the pocket. Now, I can tell you where this one came from because they put their name on the digital. They didn't put their name on their digital. They didn't put their name on the digital. I think this is Sam Poole. I'm real surprised that they didn't put their name on the digital. That is my pet peeve with people who make digitals. Where is your name? There's plenty of room. Let's go ahead and I'm going to trim out these pieces. Now, I did not coffee dye them. The paper that we've chosen, I think, looks really pretty with the bright white. And since we are kind of inking it up with a pretty pink, I just thought, well, maybe not everyone does coffee dyeing, and I just think it would be really pretty to change it up just a little bit. These will be a perfect size and a perfect color. I'd like to round the corners of all of these little tags here, so I'm going to do 2 at a time. And with my spun sugar, you guessed it, I'm going to ink up all of these tags to go into the journal. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. I think just that touch of pink on that white is gorgeous. And it's really pretty inside our little journal that we're making. And I love this like little secret spot here. Adding my journaling cards into the pockets, I thought it would be really fun to take that little strip that we have left and make a belly band right on this flip. So I need to mark how long to make it. This is what I have left out of that 12 by 12 paper pad. I think we can still use these. Yes, I do. And I'm going to need to ink this up. So as you can tell, I flipped it over so there'll be some contrast. And let's go ahead and add a little bit of glue on the ends. Ooh, that's way more than a little. And I'm just going to eyeball it about right there. I didn't want that oozing glue to accidentally glue my flip down. I've got that extra journaling card because there were 4 in that sheet. Before we sew in our signature, I thought we could decorate our belly band by adding just a little bit of lace and a fussy cut. I think this is coming along very nicely. I have this really pretty bag. I purchased it recently on Amazon, and it actually fits in here perfectly. So I thought that could be a type of a page. Actually, I'm going to open up this end so I can have 2 tuck spots. I trimmed some coffee dyed papers, and I have 2 of them. These are 5.5 inches by 8 inches, and I folded them in half. I think I'd like to put the bag in the center. We're going to have to trim a little bit off, but since we're going to open it up anyway for a tuck spot, it'll be perfect. I folded my bag in half, and I'm actually going to trim off probably about 1/2 inch right here. That way, I'll make sure it fits into the little journal. Now let's check to see. It is just a little wider, but because it's such a pretty bag, I really don't think that's going to be a problem. That will fit perfectly in there. I have those other digitals that I showed you. I'm not sure where these came from. I'm really sorry. There's no name on the digital page. I have my journaling cards all inked up, but I thought we should sew in the signature first. So it goes right here at the first fold. So lining everything up, pinning it in place, using my little cheat sheet that I like to use for sewing in my signatures evenly without any math. Taking my awl and placing my holes where my sheet tells me. I would like to put beads on this little journal. I love to put dangles on the signature strings. I've lost my little needle that I usually use. I don't know what's happened to it. A simple pamphlet stitch will be all that we'll need. Let's add a few of these digitals on our bag, I think, just for some journaling space. Let's add these 2 right here. And then on this one, let's just add this down here for another tuck spot. So I'm only going to glue it on 2 sides. I've got glue everywhere. I have another piece of ephemera. I thought I would cut one of these out and tuck it right underneath this little piece of ephemera. When selecting your beads, you're looking for a bead that can not only carry your thread, but it can carry double thread. I go back through my bead to anchor it, using my awl to move the bead along the thread. I anchor my first bead, and then the others I just string on. My last bead, I double thread it again, so once through the hole, back around, making that loop, placing your awl in that loop, and you can easily move that bead to the bottom of the other beads and tie a double knot. Don't cut your thread too close to your knot. And when I'm completely finished, I will put some wet glue on the knots and let them dry. Now let's talk about a little bit of decorating and something to keep this closed. Remember that I pointed out we had 2 little pieces left out of our 12 by 12 paper? I'd like to fold mine in half. I want the opposite print to be on the front, so I'm going to fold it so that this print is showing. I'm going to crease it well. I'm going to need to ink it up a little bit, and let's place it right here on the side of our journal where it opens. I'm actually going to glue this in place. While this is drying, I'm going to bring in those digitals again. These are from the Old Design shop. And I'm thinking of this one right here. Let's add a little bit of lace here. I think maybe that will be plenty. Actually, I'm going to use the size of the cover. So let's trim it right here. I'm going to add my glue onto the back using my hot glue gun, my silicone stick, and just a little bit more glue. We're going to push that lace to soften our corners. I actually see a little satin bow, so I'm just going to make a couple of loops on either side, a little bit of thread to tie my bow together, checking to make sure my loops are the same size, giving it a tie, and then let's pop this in place right here, and then let's add this sewing trim right here. Let's pop a flat back pearl right in the middle. Oh, I think that is super sweet. Now it really needs a little something here. I want this one right here. I think that's perfect. So we have a tuck spot here with a little decoration. We have another tuck spot. We have 1, 2, 3 pages. And then we have another pocket here. We have another tuck spot here. And then 2 more pages for journaling. We have a belly band right here. And then we have a flip with another pocket that's hiding back behind. We're going to need to add our closure. I have a very small hole punch. And I have some very pretty baker's twine that's pink and white. I'm going to place a hole right where we added that little piece. I'm looking for the center, and I don't want to put it too close to the edge. Pop our hole in there. I have a little piece of the thread that I used to sew my signature in. I'm going to put it through the hole and then lay my baker's twine on top and then put this back through the hole. That hole is very small, and I need to do that to be able to fish that thread right through that hole easily. That's plenty, so I need to cut this off of the spool. It's going to be more than I need, but we're just going to do it for video sake. And we're going to tie a knot right here so that we don't accidentally pull out our thread. And then you are able to wrap one around one way. I'm going to do it twice and one around the other way, and then you can make a little bow. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.